It's Wednesday night. It's like 11 o'clock. But I couldn't help it because we got our big armies out. And I had all the Star Hunters on the table at once, and I got really into it. And so I was sitting here, and I was like, well, what's left? And I got them all out, and I have the last of the Star Hunters around me. I have a full Vindicator in the box still on the sprue. And then here is an Ironclad and another squad of Devastators. I have another Ironclad and a Storm Raven in the closet. Here's the Chapter Master. But what I really have going on is I have 10 more Jump Marines. And then I also have these legs that come from Spellcrow. And I have enough bits where they can be something too. I think possibly Stern Guard, depending on what I have. And then I got these guys here. They're probably just going to be Vanguard vets without jump packs. But I want to finish the build on the Star Hunters. Just get it all done. And then this is the last one. This is the bottom of the bits box. Like, I shouldn't ever have to buy Star Hunters again, although I'm sure I will. But this could be the end of it. And I'm really motivated to get it all built and then just paint it all up and just have the Star Hunters be just done. But there's quite a bit to go. But I got all this out for the sake of working on it, and it's really not the project I should be working on right now, but it's what enticed me. I might wipe it all off the desk and get back to better work anytime now, but this is where I'm at now, building the remains of the Star Hunters, the very last of them, at least one more squad of Jump Marines. And then this guy here, so like I was thinking, let's get more light on him because he's awesome. He's hardly started, but I was thinking that he could be the sergeant for my last squad of Devastators. But what I don't like about that is when Devastators get shot at, you always kill the sergeant first. And I really love this model, so he might be my second lieutenant. Because Lieutenant Starhawk had to be moved up to captain because lieutenants can't have jump packs anymore. So now there's just one lieutenant in the whole army, but there's 3 captains. So maybe this guy can be a lieutenant too. But this is what I'm working on right now. I might scrap it any second and go back to painting. But this is what I'm looking at the moment. So this is Chapter Master Cisco. And I'd like to get him together, but he's missing thumbs. And he's an eBay rescue. I got him for almost nothing, probably because he's missing thumbs. But I got some thumb options here. I've already started working on one. I don't know if I'm going with this one, because this one might be the better option. But it's time to give the Chapter Master his thumbs and get him to stand up. All right, Chapter Master has a thumb, and it's fine. But also, I'm noticing for the first time he's missing the armor plating on his legs. I've had this model for years now, and but I'm just now noticing he's missing the armor pieces on his legs, and I don't think I have replacements for those, so I think that he's just not going to get them. I might think of something. We'll see. Is that stupid? Oh, I just got the glue out, and I thought I was just going to glue him together, but he's not just going to go together. I have to pin him, because whoever made him originally, this line here is not flush. It doesn't sit well. He'll need to be pinned. Of course, he's not going to be easy, but he is mine. The thumb at least is working out, and then in the process of trying to glue him down, I busted him off the base. Nothing's worthwhile is ever easy. So I didn't start pinning anything, so I'd have to find the drill and get working, but I have been. I know this looks like a mess, but it's somewhat organized. But I have everything I need to make 10 Jump Marines and 5 Stern Guard. I don't have any more Eviscerators. I swear I have more Eviscerators somewhere in this house, but I've just been through the bits box, and I could not find my additional Eviscerators. I may have to look around just a little bit longer. Not that I need them, but it'd be nice to have them because I have enough chain swords. But anyway, the other problem I'm having is I have enough shoulder pads here. I have 6 of these, and 5 of them will go on the Stern Guard, but I got to put one of these on the jump packs. I'll have 9 dudes with regular legs and one guy wearing a skirt, and I might see if I can't cannibalize a pair of legs somewhere else in this house. I wonder what happened to that Eviscerator, though. I know I have another one somewhere, at least one more. I may have to look around a bit, but this is going to be kind of messy. It's a mess, but it's working. I know what's happening. It's cool. All right, now it looks like this. These are arms. These are decorative bits and hands. These are arms with pistols. These are pistols with just hands. These are the 4 backpacks I need for the stern guard. I'll use the heavy bolter from the Devastator kit in the stern guard. This backpack will go on the lieutenant. And then I got to figure out which bolt guns and which arms are going to fit for the stern guard. And then here I got a whole cup full of chain swords, shoulder pads, pistol options. Piecing it all together will probably be kind of slow going because it's all from a bunch of different kits. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is one of my favorite things to do. Build cool stuff. But I don't know if it's going to get done tonight. I got to take a break. I'm going to smoke a water bong and go to the kitchen. So what I figured out is I have to build the Devastators first because there's a lot of good bits on these sprues that I can use other places. And then I'm going to use the 6th leg with the skirt for the Devastator Sergeant. That's him. And then these guys are stern guard. Those are all jump marines. It's all working out. It also frees up this cool, what's it called? Starts with a G, I think, the neck piece. Anyway, that frees this piece up from the Devastator kit to go on one of the stern guard. And this guy will have this piece here. And then he'll have a storm bolter. And that's what's going on here. And then once I get the Devastators built, then I'll clean up the rest of the sprue, add it to the parts, and then slowly go about finishing up the stern guard and the jump marines. But I might have to call it a night. It's getting kind of late. But yeah, I really don't want to though. I'm a big kid playing with his Legos, you know, bits and bits and bits and bits, and it's a good time. I don't want to stop. I can't recommend enough. You get yourself some plastic shot glasses. I use them for so much. I use them to glue models on, and then I have a paint handle as I paint. And then also like a project like this, they end up being great for separating stuff. This is all stuff going into the bits box, shoulder pads, power or chain swords, bolt guns and bolt gun arms, assorted arms. The arm problem is going to be when I figure out which bolt guns need to go with which arms. That's going to be a chore. But it's cool. And then this guy's a lieutenant, and then he's a Devastator, and then I'm going to use a multi-melta and a Devastator to become a TAC Marine and put the multi-melta in the TAC Marine squad, and then he joins the Devastators with the missile launchers. So that's what I'm doing. Thursday. I have the day off. The first thing I have to say about Thursday is it is just beautiful outside. I love the winter. I should quick finish these guys up. There's not a lot to do, just little dots of paint here and there, make them beautiful. But I got super into this project last night, and I really want to finish it. This is the Sergeant for the Devastators. Here are Devastators. I got all the jump guys ready to go. I had everything organized into cups. I want to work on this now. But it's the middle of the daytime, and I have to do work on the computer. I have job applications to fill out, and I have laundry to do, and at some point in time I'll have to make food, and my children are home from school due to the snow, and but I'm going to pick at this all day as I come and take little breaks here and there, and we'll see where we can get. I want to start with the Devastators, because after all the Devastators are I can pick all the fun bits off the sprue and perhaps use them later on. But anyway, happy Thursday. So I'm not officially working on this, and I'm also not officially at the desk for the night yet, but I sat down for a minute. And I started just clipping stuff off sprues. And when I started this project, I had everything worked down to the last set of legs. And I had just enough legs for the whole project, and I had to use these Spellcrow legs on my Sergeant for the Devastators, and I was fine with that, and it looks fine, and I got no problem with that. But then I started clipping sprues, and there's 6 sets of legs in the Devastator kit. When does that ever happen? When does GW ever just give you an extra set of legs? And so now I'm up a set of legs. So do I break this off of here? Because I glued it hours ago. That glue is set. Maybe I break that off of there. Or do I don't need any more characters. And I don't know what to do. But all of a sudden I got an extra set of legs. It's so confusing. All right, it's nighttime. It's bedtime. I hardly got to this today. I never really sat down and worked at it diligently, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I broke off the Spellcrow legs off the Sergeant, so he'll match the squad. And when it's all done, I'll have 1 set of these legs left over. And I can live with that. But I don't know if I'm doing anything else tonight. It's not the most productive night. And I really should put this aside and do something a little bit more worthwhile, but I can't help it. I love it. I love building little tiny spacemen. It's like my favorite thing. Now it's Friday. I worked all night. I came home to ill children, and I am exhausted. I should have been in bed hours ago. But I need to do at least one thing here, and then I can say I've kept my hobby streak going. It's too early to fail the hobby streak. We have to keep the hobby streak going. So I'm going to build one more Devastator. Then I'm going to go to bed. And here he is. He's done. And now I'm going to sleep. He is everything I got done on Friday. But here he is. It's Saturday night. I've been at work all night, and I have to get up early in the morning and go back to work. So I'm not going to do much of anything here, but the hobby streak's got to keep going. So I got to do something. So here's what's happening. Space King 2 is out. Praise be to Space King. I am going to watch Space King 2. I'm going to put together this Tactical Marine with a multi-melta, and then I'm going to go to bed. Space King was hysterical. And this is a Tactical Marine with a multi-melta. And now I'm going to bed. It's Sunday. The busy part of my work week is over. Got some Ice Pirates on the screen. This movie's both underrated and overrated at the same time. Got some good grass, finally. No more of the swag. Something decent for me. Now, I might see the Farseer tomorrow. I might not see him till Wednesday. I really got to do the final touches on these 4 guys here. And the drop pod still just looks like trash. But after busy work shifts, I never want to paint. I'm spent. And I've been super into this project here. And I don't need to continue this project. This project is so unnecessary. But it's where my heart is right now. But I should be painting. But let's consider this for a second. These 5 men here are a squad. They will be Vanguard veterans someday. And they are about as low on my priority list as anything in the Star Hunters. They will be probably the last Star Hunters I paint, but they are their own unit, and we can move them away from the working pile. So this guy here, he was made to go with Tactical Marines, but he has just joined the Devastators, and to fill his spot, I made this guy with the multi-melta. One, because the other special weapon in the squad is a melta gun. The sergeant's carrying a combi melta, but it's a combi weapon now. Then don't get me started on that lameness. But he is joining the Tactical Marines, and he is part of that squad now. And I picked the multi-melta to match the meltas, but also it will be the only multi-melta in the army, and multi-meltas are cool. I had to have at least one. Now these are the Devastators that are kind of the inspiration for the whole project. This is the sergeant. I'd moved him to the side because I'm going to snap this off at some time. I'm going to bumble this, butterfinger it, and I'm going to snap that off. That's just dying to go. But he's the sergeant. And then I got these three men here with their rockets. And then this guy here, he's last and he's done. He just needs his left arm and his helmet. But I got to get into the arms and figure out what I need for the jump Marines and the stern guard. So I don't want to make that decision with him just yet. So he's staying on the table, but the rest of these Devastators can go. So now he's waiting to be finished. And then that base there will be for the Cherub. It's funny, the kit comes with 5 Devastators and 1 Cherub, but I just got 7 32mm bases instead of 5 and 1 and whatever. They're funny. But the small base will be for the Cherub. Now this guy here, he's going to be a lieutenant, and he made the rank of lieutenant because I love him. I love this sculpt. He's beautiful. He's out because I got to get a backpack on him, but before I put a backpack on him, I want to drill a magnet into the top of it. Because I have all these flags here, and dudes with magnets in their backpacks can carry flags, and so that's why he's still sitting out. This pile here is the stern guard. 1 guy with a heavy bolter, 4 guys with bolters. I'm excited about this build. I didn't know that I was getting stern guard out of this, and that made me happy. And then the rest of this is going to be the 10 jump Marines. And I've been really enjoying this process, the slow build process. I enjoy a lot. And then the chapter master's got to get pinned because he won't stick with just glue. So I should be painting right now. That's what I should be doing. But I'm not. See, you get a box of Devastators with the intention of you can build some men with some cannons. But then you just happen to get this amazingly adorable little cherub who I'm so excited about, and I can't wait to paint. And we all talk a lot of junk about Games Workshop, like, oh, it's all so expensive, but also, like, they didn't have to throw the cherub in. It's such a nice little touch, and it's so adorable, and he's so tiny, but I'm really excited about him. But I do have to get on to some actual painting. We need to touch up the blue on him. We need to edge highlight under his eyes. I want to brighten up the red on that purity seal a little bit. He'll need transfers at the end. He's the easiest one, so he's next. Monday. Last night, I started painting this guy. I touched up the red on the purity seal, and then I touched up the red on purity seals over here. But then I put him to the side, and I made a stern guard with a heavy bolter. And he's like, I'm stern guard, bitch. And I'm pretty into him. And that's what I ended up finishing with last night. Now it's Monday. And although I should be painting, and I want to be building because I'm loving this, I actually have to go sit down in my big comfortable chair and edit video. Because all of a sudden I have a new hobby show, which is this, that I have to edit down, and then I had the first few turns of our big 4,500 point game that I want to get edited down and off the phone before we play the next stretch of that, which will be on Wednesday. Essentially because I'm getting way too much footage on my phone. But it's getting late now. I spent the evening with Honey because Honey wanted my attention, and I'm a 47-year-old balding fat man, and when a beautiful woman wants my attention, she can have it. But it's limited my time tonight, so I don't think I'm going to get to any of this. I got to go sit and edit for a while. And I know what you're thinking. Like, are you breaking the hobby streak? And I'm like, shut up. Because YouTube is part of the hobby. And if I'm working on YouTube, I'm still hobby streaking. But I don't know if I'm going to get to this tonight. I got to go sit and edit a couple of things, and then we'll see where I'm at while I'm done. And then for the sake of hobby streak integrity, I've made another Stern Guard veteran. And now I'm going to bed. Good night. Tuesday night, I'm not quite at the hobby desk yet. The children are still awake. I have to put away the dinner dishes. But I'm expecting the Farseer in the morning to play more of our giant game. And so I really have to stop building and finish painting just little touches here and there on these 4 guys, and they'll be done, just little spots. But then also the drop pod still looks like garbage. And I'll focus on the inside because I'm going to put it on the table and open it up. But like the trim around it, I want to make sure that's nice. But then the interior, I'm just going to dry brush some grays and try to just give it a little bit of depth, but I'm not going to go crazy. But it's not actually time to sit down yet, but soon. And then I have definite projects tonight. I can't touch the bits. It's not time for stern guard. I got to get some painting done. But then it'll be time for stern guard again. I totally forgot to talk about it, but I've been into the drop pod for a bit. I cleaned up some of that metallic, and now I'm on to washes, but you can't put all the washes on at the same time because it sits at weird angles. So I got transfers on him. I have to hit him with the Lamy and medium and knock back the gloss. Then I'll call him almost done. The 4 men here, they just need little touches to the blue and the gray. It's really not a lot of work over here. The drop pod, I've gotten through the washes, and there was like a lot of ground to cover on the washes, and I had to do it in stages because of the way certain angles fit. So I have to dry brush the inside next, and then I have to touch up the blue and charcoal, and then I'll call the inside done. The outside still looks like garbage. That doesn't look so bad, but not all the doors look great. But I want to make sure I have the inside. I need to make it look good like this because I'm going to put it on the table tomorrow, and it's got to look good. So this is where I'm at. This is what I'm working on, and it's late, but it's cool. I like this time of night. All right, I have to call it here though. Bedtime. These guys are almost done. This thing is almost done. I'm just dry brushing the inside, and I'm happy with the way that's starting to look already. And that's just with a real basic dry brush from a almost black gray. So anyway, I gotta go to bed now. But this has been a good week of hobby, and we'll see if we keep going.